Hi guys, welcome back to the Premier Hotspur TV. This is Simon here, North of England's biggest Spurs fan, and today we're going to talk about keep or buy for next season, and what the players, who should we replace the players who we're going to sell next season. And today, guys, I'm joined by special guest Lilywhite Lane. How are you, Lilywhite Lane, today?
Yeah, all good. It's a pleasure to come back on this channel again. I really enjoyed it when we did it before, and yeah, pleasure to come back on. Looking forward to discussing this topic. It's something that don't get said quite a lot. So as I say, looking forward to it.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. So if we go on like position, yeah, we'll go on each position. Just like and give your actual honest opinions with it as well, Lilywhite, and anyone in the comments, give your opinions as well. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, guys. So the first one, we're going Hugo Lloris. Are we going to keep or are we going to sell?
Honestly, I want to keep him, but I don't think we will. And let me explain. I think I've heard that PSG do want him. And I honestly think, hearing that Pochettino's at PSG, the temptation might just be too much. You know, he's a French captain. He won the World Cup with them. He's like a legend in France as well. And honestly, I think going to the biggest club in his home country with his former manager that he was with for so long, a majority of his career at Tottenham Hotspur, I think that would be really, really good for him as well. And it kind of forces us to go out there and get a new keeper. Obviously, I'd love to keep Lloris, but eventually he is nearing the end of his career, and I do think PSG is the right place for him.
Yeah, I totally agree there. Because age is not on his side now, is he? Was he 33 now? Is he creeping up to 33, something like that now?
Or nearly 35.
Yeah, so we should now be looking at replacing Hugo in the long run. But we'll go on to the ones who we want to bring in after when we've gone through the whole team. The next one we'll go on to is, so are we saying what we're saying with Hugo? Are we keeping?
I'd want to keep him.
Yeah, we'll keep. Yeah, 100%. Joe Hart, I know we just brought in this season, and for me, I think he's just been brought in to big up the dressing room, a big voice in the dressing room, experienced head, and things like that. To me, if you're going to go Paolo or Hart, I will go with Paolo. I've already said this. So for me, I'll go sell. Lilywhite, what do you say about Joe Hart?
Sell without a doubt. Right, we brought him in to bring experience. He's turned out to be our backup keeper. He's done absolutely nothing. All he's done is really let us down. He nearly conceded the worst goal in football history against Marine. And, you know, just so many mistakes in the games that he's played in Europe. And if Lloris did get injured, then God, I hope we play Gazaniga over him. Because, you know, Joe Hart, he's simply not good enough. We brought him in to help out the dressing room, a bit of experience in that winning mentality. Obviously, he did win the Prem with City. Won a few trophies with them, actually. But honestly, I just think he's way past his day. And if you're not going to last at Burnley, he's a backup keeper at Burnley and he didn't last there, then you're not going to do well at Tottenham Hotspur. So without a doubt, for me, sell.
Yeah, I totally agree. I was a bit surprised when Joe Hart come through the door. All I said, it has to be an experienced head in the actual change rooms, because if you're telling me he's getting over Paolo Gazaniga, I think that's a silly move, and it will be a silly move if Spurs do let Paolo go, because I think he's a really good goalkeeper. Go to number one thing, but he's definitely our number two. I've always said it. Paolo's definitely our number two. So we're selling.
Yeah.
Joe up next. Yeah. We're going to Paolo Gazaniga. To me personally, as I said, he should have been our number two this year. Definitely. I think we're treating him quite harshly, really, Paolo. And to me, I'll definitely keep, and looking to bring in someone else in the summer. So what do you thought, Lilywhite, on Paolo Gazaniga?
Yeah, you're spot on right there. I'd say keep him. You know, when Hugo did get injured last season, and when Hugo's got injured in the past, Gazaniga's stepped up, and he's actually done really, really well. You know, he's put in a shift, he's put in hard work, and he's done fantastic as our backup keeper. And I think, you know, he's worked his nuts off really these past few years as a backup keeper. As much as I think the right move for him would be to go if we are going to bring in another backup keeper. There's talks about Johnstone and a couple others. But honestly, I'd go sell. I mean, not sell. I'll go keep, because I think he's stepped up when he needs to, and a much better backup keeper than Joe Hart. I also think he's really, really good as well, and I honestly think he's better at kicking than Hugo. Hugo gives away the ball a lot. He rarely does. So definitely keep Paolo.
Brilliant. Right, before we go on defenders, there's one comment from Our Turn Beats. This is my brother. He's saying, "Hi guys, hope all is well. Will, I think it's well. Try and join you on the weekend. Come on, you Spurs. Yeah. Hello, Adam. Yes, it'll be great to have you on the show to join me in Lily White Lane. So we're going to the defenders now, Lily White. First one, Ben Davies.
Sell.
Take it away.
Sell. I don't care how many performances he does. He's Pochettino's dead word, as much people don't like to admit. He's a player for me. He's had 6 years to adjust to that left back spot, and he hasn't done it. He hasn't proved it. So without a doubt, sell. You get a decent amount of money from him as well, from some other clubs that hasn't seen what he actually does on the pitch. So I think sell him, and I reckon we could get a good 15 to 20 million out of him. So definitely sell Ben Davies, without a doubt in my mind. Sell, with a sell.
Yeah. As I said, I've got the whole list, and I've done it. I've done my cells already, and I put Ben as sell. Yeah. As I said, Davis. Yeah, you're absolutely spot on there. Since he's coming to the club, what has he really given us? Really, it doesn't offer us nothing going forward. His defending's quite suspicious. Sometimes other people's got other opinions on Davis. That's their opinions, but to me, if we want to move on as a club and think big as a club, we need to start getting rid of people like Davis. Yeah, spot on. The next one, Serge Aurier.
That's a I might be a bit controversial here, and I'm going to say sell, right? And I'm going to explain why I'm going to sell. We could have got a better right back in the position of Serge Aurier if we would have invested. We didn't. We bought in Serge Aurier. And ever since we bought him in, he's been very, very on and off. This season, he's probably having his best season, but he still makes mistakes. He still puts in silly challenges. And I would sell him. And from a player such as Serge Aurier, you could get a decent amount of money up from him. And as I say, bring in a better right back. Bring in someone better who can do that job that Aurier does, but without giving away the ball as much, or without giving away set pieces and penalties. You know, I've realised something as well, and I looked this up actually, a stat before this, before I came on here, that he's given away half of our set pieces this season. Half of our set pieces that are being conceded are actually from Serge Aurier. That's out of 11 players, and he's conceded half of those. So honestly, I think he gives way too many fouls away, and he's got so many red cards and bookings in the past as well. I think he's got, in the space of 5 years, I think 46 yellow cards and 5 red cards, and so 46 yellow cards, and that's just too much for me. So as I say, I'll bring in a better right back to fit that position. And Aurier, you know, he can be all right sometimes. He's not the best right back, I hate to admit, but I'll be honest, he's not the best right back. We could have better players in that position, so I'm going to say sell.
Yeah, this is what I love about football. Everyone's got different opinions, and for me personally, I'm going on how he's playing now, not how he's played recently. And I thought let's keep him, because he has stepped up to the plate this season. And how old is he, Lily White? I'm not too sure. How old is he? Is he 26?
Now, I think.
26, and he's still in his prime, is he? So he's not too old to get rid of yet. To me, I'll have him as a squad player and try and look for someone next summer to come in and take over that role. I think Serge will be, but will Serge take up as a squad role? I don't think so. So, are we going to go sell on that one?
Yeah. I'll have to go. I'll have to go sell.
Next one, Toby Alderweireld.
Keep. Even though he's reaching his retirement years, I think he's such an important part to our set play and our centre half. So I think he's definitely our best centre half in the club. And as much as he's getting older, he's the one who wanted to sign a new contract. He's still motivated. He still wants to stay with Tottenham. He's a fantastic centre half, as I say, our best defender in my opinion, along with Reguilon. But I think he's absolutely fantastic. I think he's really, really good, Toby. And definitely keep him. Definitely.
Yeah, spot on there. I'll definitely keep Toby as experienced head in the team. Even at the age of 32, 33, he's still our best defender at this club. And even going forward next summer, I'll still keep him around to nurture the likes of Rodon coming up, because Rodon can learn a lot of Toby. So yeah, he's definitely worth keeping at the club. Yeah. Anyone in the chat, guys, if you want to comment on what me and Lily White Lane are saying, and just give us your thoughts on buy or keep every player we actually talking about. You can have your say, and make sure you like and subscribe to the channel, guys. The next one, Doherty, Matt Doherty.
So for me. Because he's had, and it's fair to say he's only had a few months to prove himself, but he's played in a fair share of games in Europe and even in Premier League as well. And he hasn't turned up to the occasion. He hasn't simply been good enough. And I think, as I say, we can make a good profit from him and actually invest in someone better as a backup right back or even a future right back. And I generally think that he's not good enough. He's not good enough for Tottenham Hotspur. And if we would have paid, here's another stat for you. David Alaba was reported to want to come to Tottenham, right? If we would have paid $5 more million, we could have got David Alaba. But we got Doherty. And I just think for 15 million, though, for Doherty, it's not a waste of money because it's 15 million. And he's went in there and he's done a shift. He's done his job. But he hasn't really done anything special, if that makes sense. You know, he's done his job and he hasn't made too many mistakes apart from the red card against Leeds. But we'll let him off because that was a 3-0 win. But as I say, you know, he hasn't made that many mistakes. He's done his job quite well, but he hasn't really proved himself. He hasn't done anything special. So, as I say, Doherty, for me, is a sell.
Yeah, as I was what I add to that anyway, is he's coming to the club. He has to adapt to a different style of play. Where at Wolves, he was playing in a, I think it was a free. It was like a wing back sort of type, and he come in and playing as a 4. He has to adapt to playing, and he hasn't really adapted, does he? He doesn't feel comfortable playing that position, playing in that setup. What Jose does, he hasn't hit the ground running, has he? And as you said, it's only 15 million quid. We might as well cut our losses with him in the summer, even if we get 10 million something back on him, and yeah. Let's just sell Doherty in the summer. And there's a comment here from Outturn Beats again. Is to be fair, I don't get why we got him. He don't fit in, so I would sell. Yeah, we totally agree with you, Adam. Spot on. Yeah, he really hasn't fitted in at the club, and it's very interesting because so far, we're selling both our right backs here. This is not a good start to the season, to our summer transfer window. But as I said, if we do want to move forwards, and guys in the comments, this is what we're trying to get at here. We want to move forwards and think big as a football club. We've got to get rid of these players who are not performing. Just Pochettino's Deadwoods, and next one is a bit of an interesting one because there's stories in the press saying Real Madrid want they're going to trigger the clause in Reguilon's contract in the summer. We don't know how true this is, but apparently it's 42.5 million, something like that. The the trigger clause. So hopefully not. Hopefully these stories I've seen a couple of stories saying this, and I hope not. I just really hope not, because Reguilon has been an absolute revelation for us this season.
Hang on, that just really frustrates me. Real Madrid, after everything we've done for you, we gave you Gareth Bale, we gave you our best player, we gave you Luka Modric, yet you, we're going to take back Reguilon. Augustus Gloop, bloody FE. Oh, why? That's just
Lily White. What I say as well. We should never ever done this clause. We should. I know what Dan Lee was saying. He wanted to bring him in because he's that good of a player. He just wanted to. But you know he's going to perform. If you know he's going to perform like this, Real Madrid's going to come calling. They're going to come calling. And to me, if it's in the clause and they trigger that clause, I mean, Reguilon will go. It's simple as that. Because it's a shame, because since I've been watching Tottenham, he's probably one of my best left backs I've seen at the club. I know he's only been here half a season.
Prime Danny Rose.
Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Danny Rose, okay, you can say that. Back when he first started, when he come on the scene, yeah, but Reguilon all day long for me. Absolutely. Your thoughts on Reguilon?
I think he's an absolutely outstanding player. Outstanding. He's fantastic. So good at what he does. He can press high as a wing back. He can transition from a wing back to an actual left back. I think he's so good. He's great defensively as well. So sharp there at pressing high as well. And he can sit back when he needs to. Adapt so well to the Jose Mourinho philosophy that he's created at our football club. But Real Madrid, you know, it's like... they're just the party poopers, aren't they? They just don't like other clubs having fun. So it really annoys me, because all of a sudden, as soon as you bring through a good player, we done it with Gareth Bale, we done it with Modric, Real Madrid just come swooping and take him because they got that much money. And I really hope they don't do it with Reguilon, but honestly, I think they will. Really hope they don't do it, because he's one of my favourite players in this Tottenham squad, alongside some of the other players such as Tanguy. But as I say, he's so talented. I really don't want him to go.
Yeah, spot on, absolutely spot on. Yeah, we really want to keep Reguilon. Next one is Joe Rodon. He just obviously come to the club. We know we want to do with Joe Rodon. Your thoughts on Joe Rodon and keep or sell?
He has the potential, right? And I'm not being funny here, but he has the potential to be one of the best defenders in the world, right? And I'm honestly not joking with saying that. He has the potential to become the next Ledley King. Like you said, he reminds me so much of him. He's just so good as a centre-half, and he don't let anyone off. And, you know, even in that game on the weekend against Sheffield, Diane made this massive mistake. He tracks back well. He's so good at dropping back, as I say. He's the perfect centre-half, and you know, he's just really good on the ball. He rarely gives away possession. So cool, calm, collected on the ball. I think he's absolutely fantastic. He has the potential to be one of our best ever players. And I'm not even joking there, because you bring him through the right way. You've got to remember he's early 20s, really early 20s. So, you know, he's going to come through, and he's nowhere near his prime yet. Yet he's still fantastic and getting first team game time at Tottenham. And as I said before, one of my Swansea mates, when they found out that Joe Rodon was going, they were nearly in tears, because they were like, "You've got a hell of a player on your hands."
Yes, spot on there. And as I said, when he started against Chelsea, okay, he had a couple of mistakes and that, but you can just see in that game there how good of a player this guy's going to be, because he was so confident, he was so calm on the ball and all that. And yeah, I just think this guy, he's got strength on his side, he's got height on his side. Eventually, he will get the range of passing and things like that, because at the minute, I don't think his confidence there. I think he just wants to do easy balls at the minute. He doesn't want to doing many mistakes. He doesn't get dropped out of the team, does he? He wants to impress Jose. So yeah, Rodon definitely keep. Yeah. Next one we go on is Davinson Sanchez.
Sell. with a sell. Just sell Davinson Sanchez. You can make a good amount of money of him. He's an awful centre-half, does nothing, adds nothing to our team. You know, he was really, really good in the prime of his career, which I'd say, honestly. And he's still, you know, 24, 25. He's still actually quite young. But in the prime of his career, when we first brought him in, I thought he was actually quite decent. I think he was quite good on the ball. But these past few years, he's just been awful. And as you say, Pochettino's Deadwood. We don't need him. Just don't see the point of having him in our squad. He don't really bring anything too special. Constantly gives away the ball, concedes us points.
Yeah.
Just get him out.
Yeah, definitely. Davinson Sanchez. When he first come in, he had a reputation of being a real good defender coming in from Ajax, and we have got some great players from Ajax. So we thought, right, we're going to get another diamond here, but he hasn't cut it, has he? Really, Davinson Sanchez is such a liability all the time. He just looks like a car crash ready to happen every single game with him. He's got a mistake in him every single time. He can't pass a ball. That's the thing. He can't pass a ball, and for the size of him as well, he gets knocked off the ball too easy for me. He gets knocked off the ball too easy. So yeah, definitely. We'll sell Sanchez. The next one we'll go on to it's Tanganga. Lilywhite, what do you reckon?
Keep definitely. He has so much potential, and you've got to remember he's only 20 years of age. He made his debut at 19 against Liverpool and did fantastic, and he was really, really good. He way defied everyone's expectations for him in the middle of last season when we gave him some game time. This season he's been a little bit shaky, but you got to remember he's got proper competition. You know, and you got to remember he's a fantastic player and he's only 20 years of age. And we said it yesterday on yesterday's show. We got so much youth development, so many young guys coming through who have the potential to be top talent in the future. Like, I honestly think Alfie Devine's going to be one of the best players in the world. Once he's 25, 10 years' time, he's going to be one of the best players in the world. Mark my words.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely a keep with me. Tanganga isn't... He's been in and out of the team this season, but we know what qualities he's got. If he can get his injuries right and he gets a good little run in the team, he could possibly play right back instead of Aurier and Doherty going forwards. But yeah, definitely keep Tanganga. The age is on his side as well. I think this guy's going to be he's going to be a really, really good defender, and an important defender for us as well, I think, going forwards. Our last one, Eric Dyer. Lilywhite, what do you reckon of Eric Dyer?
So,
keep or sell?
So we need to invest in a better centre half, right? And Dyer, as I say, he's had about 5 to 6 years, a bit like Ben Davies at the club, to prove himself. As a central defensive midfielder, he was absolutely awful. He was a shambolic. And ever since he transitioned into a centre-back, he's been all right last season. But this season, he's cost us so many points from just not having his man marked. He's cost us 9 points this season. In the Palace game for not having his man marked. In the Wolves game as well for staying off his man in this. Just so many games. And even that little mistake in the Sheffield United game, that was him. Now, he just lets us down so many times. And if we play Toby and Rodon as our centre-back partnership, or even Toby and Tanganga this season, we'd be at the top of the league, mark my words.
Yeah, I'm with you there. It's a shame we can't have Dyer's passion and with Toby's quality. That would be a great defender. Yeah, you know what I mean?
And I'll say something quickly here. He's got so much passion, and people go on about this favoritism with Dele Alli. I said it on Matty Hayes' stream. You know, it's not favoritism. It's because Dele Alli has the wrong attitude. He has the wrong attitude. Yeah. He's a lazy trainer. We saw it on All or Nothing. We saw it on the documentary. We've seen it before. He's a lazy trainer. He doesn't give much effort. You know, it just seems like he doesn't really care, and he's more bothered about getting home and bloody playing Fortnite on Twitch. So if you ask me, Dyer has that passion. He excels. He gives it everything he's possibly got every single time he plays or trains. So to be fair, he deserves that role that he's got. But you got to remember that how many times is Jose actually going to let him off? How many times is he not going to get called out by name like Dele Alli? You have to admit that.
Yeah, I totally agree there. You can't actually fault his passion. His passion for the club. He's got the club. He's got the club at heart, Dyer. It's just a shame he does so many mistakes, and it is. But yeah, going back on Ali there, yeah, you're spot on. If because we don't see him day in, day out, Jose sees him day in, day out. If he's not putting his weight on that training grounds, he's not getting into the team at all. And it's only one person's fault, it's Dele Alli. He needs to sort his attitude out. You either sort it out and stay here and push for your place, or just move on from the club.
I don't know
which I wouldn't.
Today. I don't know if you're watching Sky Sports Today side, but he was going on and they were really heavily saying that over the next week, if a move's going to be made by PSG, it's going to be made this week. So quite interesting that.
Yes, I heard that as well. Yeah, I heard that as well. So yeah, this week could be very important for us as a football club, and for Dele Alli as his future. Because to me, I don't want to sell him. I think there was so much talent there. It winds me up. He's a talented lad, and you don't become a bad player overnight. Something between him and Jose has gone on. I don't care what anyone says. There is something not actually connecting there, and they're not going to sack Jose, are they? So unfairly, we have to go and sell Dele Alli. But yeah, on Dyer, yeah, we'll put a sell on his name. He's been here for a fair few years now. I just think we need in that area, we need some real quality in the summer. If we can't get it in January, we need some real quality. Anyone in the chat here, guys, if you just want to leave the comments about the players we just spoke about, and smash the subscribe button, leave a like, and yeah, just leave our comments. Keep or sell of every player we're actually talking about. We're going to the midfields now, and the player we're just talking about, Dele Alli. Truthfully, honestly, what would you do?
If I was manager, I would keep him. Because when you've got potential like Dele Alli, and I still think he's absolutely fantastic. So when you've got potential such as players like Dele Alli, you just need to get him on a bit of form. You need to boost his confidence, and he'll be right back up there like the 2015-16 Dele Alli that we saw score that wonder goal against Palace. You know, that Ali who absolutely just smashed Liverpool in that 4-1 game. That Dele Alli. We want that Dele Alli back. And the Dele Alli we got right now, I'd have to sell the Dele Alli we got now. I'd sell the Dele Alli we got now, but I would never, ever dream of selling the Dele Alli we had before. My local team were MK Dons, right? And I don't support them, but because they're so local to me, and when I used to go to Aylesbury United, which used to be my football team, and when I used to play for them, and I went to every single MK Dons game from the 2014 to 15 season, and I enjoyed it, and it was good because it was when they were in the Championship, and Dele Alli was the man that stood out. And then I heard Tottenham were linked with him, and I saw him grow up as a ball boy at MK Dons, because I don't support MK Dons, don't get me wrong, but you know, if you're given a free ticket to go and watch a football game, then I'll happily take it. Yeah. But as I say, you know, I got to see Dele Alli as a ball boy, and I got to see him play on the pitch and just his whole development. So I never want to sell him. I think he's such a talented player. But if his attitude's not there and it's the Dele Alli we got now, then yes, sell. I have to go sell.
Yeah, going back on there when you were saying when you were young playing for that team and just watching MK Dons, my local team here, Fleetwood Town, they actually got MK Dons in the cup game, and it was literally it was that summer when Ali was about to sign for Tottenham, and the agreement was in place for that summer. He then got loaned back in January, and you can just tell he was head and shoulders above any other player. He was an absolute baller. Seriously, he just we at that level, but he just tore it up. You can tell the talent, and that's why I always say about Ali. And everyone said, yeah, but his ego's got to him. Yes, fair enough, easy, but that talent will never get out of my head. What we know Ali is, Ali's an absolute talent lad, and yeah, definitely, I'll definitely keep Ali. Definitely keep Ali.
Yeah, keep Ali. You know, I'll have to disagree with you, and I'll have to go sell Ali though. because, as I say, if it's Dele Alli right now, you can get a good amount of money for him. You know, I'd put a 50 million price tag, and I reckon we could get that for potential such as Dele Alli. And I reckon, you know, he's worth it. And yeah, definitely, I would have to sell him if it's the Dele Alli. And as much as I hate it, I think you know what's going to happen. It's written in the stars. He's going to go to PSG, and then when he goes to PSG, he's going to absolutely excel under Mauricio Pochettino. And thank you for our turn beats as well for commenting. Also, is he the one who created your intro?
Yeah,
because I could hear our turn beats in there when it was going on. So yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
nice one, mate.
And big up the Irish Hotspur in the thing, David Harris. He says, big up the lads, smash that subscribe button. Thank you very much, David Harris. And yes, David is right there. Smash the subscribe button, guys. And comment in the leave the comments on every player we are talking about. And the next player, Lily White, we're going about is Stevie Bergwijn. Keep or sell?
Keep him. Keep Steven Bergwijn all day long because he's so great on the ball. He's a fantastic, and he's an absolute baller. And people keep forgetting he's a really young player. You know, he's nowhere near his prime just yet. And he came in and he defied everyone's expectations. You know, that goal against City, all his performances at the end of last season, he was absolutely fantastic. He's so talented right now. And yes, his confidence levels may have gone down a little because he didn't get that goal. But to abuse him and all this on social media, it's pretty disgusting. And what I find so funny is he actually does fantastic. He's such a Mourinho player. You know, he can track back when he needs to, press high as well. You know, his football knowledge is fantastic. He knows exactly what to do. He's always in the right positions, and he rarely costs us any games or goals or whatsoever. He rarely loses the ball. He's not the one to give it away. I think he's absolutely fantastic, and it's clear to see why he's the one picked over the likes of Moore and Gareth Bale.
Yeah, spot on, Lily White there. Yeah, Stevie B, I'm glad he's back. I'm glad he's back into the team after a couple of games where he's been injured. People don't really respect him. What he does, he actually works hard for this team, as we were saying yesterday. Innit? He absolutely works hard for this team. But as I said yesterday, I would like to see him doing more attacking than defending because we actually pay him for it. But yeah, what he needs to do is shift. He doesn't moan about it. He doesn't stop about it. He'll just do the job, and that's what I like about Stevie B. Yeah, definitely, there's some quality there. So definitely, we'll keep Stevie Bergwijn. The next one is Pierre Højbjerg.
Keep.
Keep yourself.
Keep him. And I don't know if you saw the We Are Tottenham show, but I put in my unpopular opinion, and that was that Højbjerg should transition into a centre-back. And I still believe that. But, you know, I won't delve into that too much. I'll get into that in a minute. But I think he's such a talented player. He's got so much talent. And, you know, he's a player that if you know your football, you'll realise what he does. He holds up play so well. You know, for example, we lose the ball up top. The other team wants to press us. They want to counter us. Højbjerg will stand there like a brick wall, brick house that he is. He'll just stand there, Gandalf FC, and he won't let anyone past him. And he holds up play so well. He can press high with the team when he needs to as well, drop back. Really good defensive midfielder. And that's why I think put him next to the likes of Alderweireld at the back, he'd do a fantastic shift. He'd excel as a centre-half. Now, some people have got opinions. I saw some people in the live comments agreeing with me, some of them disagreeing with me. You know, as a centre-half, and this is the reason I believe it, you put him next to the likes of Alderweireld, you won't get balls up top, because if you put Sissoko in front of him, that's not going to happen. But as I'm saying, you know, he's such a talented player, really good centre-half, puts in a shift always, and he rarely disappoints. I can't remember the last time he had a bad game. So Højbjerg, without a doubt, keep for me.
Yeah, absolutely. Since he's coming to the club, what a player! Absolutely, what a player. We've been crying out for someone like this for a very long time. We've had players come and go, but this guy, as said, when we got him in the summer, we sold Walker Peters for 12 million. We brought him for 15 million, and we've got this guy for 3 million quid. Effectively, if you look at it that way, yeah. £3 million, an absolute. If you're telling me there's a sign of the season, and that's your man, that is your man, sign of the season. I know it's only halfway through, but he is an absolute top player. And and he definitely wears his heart on the sleeve. This is some guy, and he'll wear bandage on his head if he's cut. He'll come on if he's still injured. This guy he's a warrior, an absolute warrior, and breath of fresh air back into this team. Yeah, we'll keep Højbjerg. Next one, Eric Lalema.
Lamela, you know, Lamela, it's a confusing one for me, right? I still think when we bring him on, he gives it everything he's possibly got. And although he doesn't really do much, he will run around because he still has that passion. And that's what I respect about him, about a lot of these Poch era players as well. They don't have the type of passion that Lamela does. Lamela will come on for 20 minutes and he'll run around like a headless chicken and he'll give it everything he's possibly got, put in a great shift for the team. And I still think he's a fantastic player, Lamela. Don't get me wrong, I still think he's a really, really good player. But as I say, he's getting a bit older and but as I say, you know, record signing, he's definitely not worth 38 million. But as I say, when we brought him in, he ran around like a headless chicken. He's really, really good at what he does. And I think he's the perfect substitution, right? You're struggling, you're 1-0 down, 70 minutes in, bring on Lamela, and he will bring that motive to the team. He will bring that winning mentality because he'll be running about and everyone else will start running about like headless chickens. And hey-ho, we have a goal all of a sudden. So as I say, Lamela, he runs around like a headless chicken. I still love Lamela, so I'd have to go with keep. I'm saying keep Lamela.
Keep Lamela. Yeah, I'll put him down the sell because since he's come to the club, okay, another one he wears the club at heart. But he runs around and but going forward, I don't think he offers enough going forward. But yeah, I can see where you're coming from, where you want to keep him on that side. But he's been here how many years now? 6 years, 7 years, and I haven't seen no improvement. He's always injured. He's always injury prone. He's always picking up an injury, and to me, that's why we need to start selling these likes of players and bringing fresh blood, bringing fresh faces, fresh ideas. And Lalema, he's been a good servant to the club, but me personally, I'll sell him. Me personally, on that. If you're going on that one,
this is what's good about football. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. Everyone has their own opinion, and especially Tottenham Hotspur. This is what I love about this club. We accept everyone. We accept everyone's opinions, and you know, and it's just so fantastic. And that's what I love so much about football. Everyone's entitled to their own opinions about things, and there's no right or wrong answer. To be quite honest, there's no right or wrong answer unless someone asks me who's better, Sol Campbell or Ledley King. That's the only time I can give you a right or wrong answer. But as I say, you know, that's what I love about football, and I have to disagree with you on that one. And I'll explain a little more why. Because as much as you can say he's not the greatest at putting the ball in the back of the net, he has actually scored quite a few times. And although he's only played he started 3 games this season. He started 3 games and he scored in both of them. I think he scored in the he got an assist in the Manchester United game. He scored in the Chelsea Carabao Cup game, and the other one he didn't get nothing. So he got a goal and an assist in 3 games. And, you know, he's creative as well. And you can say he's not the greatest at assisting balls. He's not the greatest at putting the ball in the back of the net. But he puts in a shift. He wears the club at heart and he gives it everything he's possibly got. And that's what we need. We need that passion, that winning mentality. And I think that's exactly what he's got. So do I think he'll go? Yes, I think he'll go. But do I want him to go? No, 2 different things.
Yeah, spot on there. As we go on to the next one, there's some comments here from John. Hi, John. A big up, yes. A big up, David. Yeah. As I said, guys, in the comments, every time we call out a player, guys, just leave it in the comment. What do you think? Should we keep him or sell him? And smash the subscribe button and the like button, guys. The next one we'll go on to is Giovanni Lo Celso.
This is going to be controversial. Sell Giovanni Lo Celso, because for a player like him, you can get so much profit, so much money from what we've done with him. And I honestly don't think for a player of his quality, he's got enough game time. But then again, you have to admit, are you going to pick him over Tanguy and Domblé? You know, it's something that you're not going to do. And if we bring in a new centre attacking midfielder, he's most likely to get the least amount of game time. So I'm saying sell Giovanni Lo Celso. I think he's good at counter-attacking, but he can't really drop back. He can't really adapt to the Jose way. And I think he'd excel at another club where he starts every game. But, you know, it's getting the whole game time and stuff that I don't think would work for him. So honestly, Giovanni Lo Celso, it's a controversial opinion, but I don't think he's simply... Well, it's not that I don't think he's good enough. I just don't see how we play him, really, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I totally agree there. I totally agree. With Giovanni, it's an hard one, isn't it? Because we haven't really seen much of it. At the back end of the last season, he was one of our best. He was one of our best players. But this season he hasn't really kicked on. He's got the injury again, and this is another one. He just keeps picking up injuries.
He's very injury prone, isn't he?
Yes, and for his age, as well. He's only young. He's only young. What, 23, 24, something like that.
That's the issue. He's 24 years of age, and he picked up four injuries now in the space of 3 years, and he's only, you know, it's a little concerning. But to
me, I'll disagree with you, and I'll definitely keep him because I don't think we've seen I don't think we've seen his potential yet. I think once he does get back fully fit and things like that, there is definitely a player there. Definitely a player. I know there's definitely a player in Giovanni Lo Celso. But there again, if you're gonna say you want to get a Sabitzer in the summer and things like that, then you think to yourself, oh, where's Lo Celso going to fit in if we do bring in like a Sabitzer and things like that? And you are correct there. And where does he fit in and things like that? Yeah, we can sit on the fence with that one. We can really sit on the fence. It can be a sell and it can be a keep. And so yeah, we'll just go on a comment here. John,
how about we say something here? And how about we do a loan? How about we
do a loan? Here we go. Yeah, we'll put a loan on these names. John here. Well, unpopular opinion. I agree because Lo Celso doesn't provide goals and assists, and you make profit. John, hi Simon. Can you send me the link? Laugh out loud. I'll join this stream. John, I agree with you there. We'll both agree with you when about Lo Celso. No, yeah, we're saying about loan. Lily White saying how about a loan? So we're putting him down as a loan.
Because to be fair, now I actually think about it, you know, he hasn't really proved himself. He hasn't got enough game time, enough starts to actually prove himself. And in some of the games that he has, he's actually done quite well. That Arsenal game, you know, led on that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. There is definitely a player in him. Definitely a player. He just needs to keep himself fit and really push for a place in the team. And when he's in the team, he needs that consistency, not just one game and 10 bad games. You know what I mean? He needs that consistent level.
The reason that I was saying sell though before I said loan as well, and we agreed on that, is because the issue is with that. Who do we play him instead of? Who do we start him instead of? Only if there's an injury. You know, I wouldn't choose him over Ndombele. You can't play two attacking midfielders and leave out either Sissoko or Winks, especially Sissoko, because then that kind of ruins our whole philosophy of defensive football. So you ask me, I say we leave out. I say we sell Gio. I have to admit it, but I say we sell Gio, and the amount of profit we make from a player like him with talent would be fantastic. But you know, loan him out, perfect. Give him some more game time even as well. Great.
John saying here exactly Lily White Lane. Yeah, he agrees with you. The next one, Lily White, we're going to go on is Lucas Moura.
So, I never thought he was good enough, and I still don't think he was good enough. He lives off of that performance against Ajax, which was the best moment for me as a Tottenham fan in my life. But as I'm saying, one of the best moments in my life. But, you know, you have to look at it and admit that apart from that, he hasn't done that. He hasn't done nothing. He's not creative. He doesn't find the back of the net. You know, he can't provide balls. As I say, he's not creative. He can't hold on to the ball. And sometimes he gets carried away. He goes Speedy Gonzalez. And then he goes for a little run like he's jogging around the block. And he absolutely charges and then just loses the ball. And that Leicester goal, I put that second one down to him because he loses the ball. And they're on the counter. They're absolutely charging us. And what does he do? He jogs back. But yet, when we don't need him to sprint, he sprints and loses the ball. So I don't see what he brings to our squad, if I'm being honest. And I'm going to have to say Sell for.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I put down Sell. I think some fans, and especially Lucas, he's living off that Ajax game still. To me personally, he has too many bad games and good games. Me with Lucas. Don't get me wrong. He's definitely a talented kid, but I don't think he does it on a consistent level for us. And I think he's down the pecking order in that position. I say he's definitely behind Stevie B. He doesn't get in front of Stevie B for me. So yeah, I'll definitely Sell Lucas. The next one's going to be an easy one. Tungi on Don Bailey.
Keep.
Unbelievable.
So talented. He's excelling right now. He's not even in the prime of his career. He's only 24 years of age, right? And last season was very, very on and off, but he keeps getting better and better and better each and every single game. He's an absolute beast. He's a baller. He's fantastic. He's a bag of skills. He can hold on to the ball. What doesn't this guy have? He can drop back, press high. He can score. He can defend. He's just so good. So talented. I think he's fantastic. Fantastic.
Yeah, totally agree. When last season, when I saw those fans banging on, "Oh, we should sell him. We should. Why do we sell him? Why do we sign him for?" And all this stuff. Give this guy time. I've always said this. Give Tungi time. This guy, I've watched him. I watched him a lot at Lyon, and he was fantastic. He was smashing up that league.
Also, Simon, I wanted to ask you something as well, and that's after this stream. Do you want to come on my channel for a little one, about half an hour stream? Only if you're free.
Yes, yeah. Cool. Yeah, and Tungi, especially against when he played Manchester City in the Champions League. That game where he absolutely dominated that game. He was absolutely fantastic. So I knew exactly what this guy's his ability was quality, and I'm just so glad now he can last 90 minutes now. He's got his fitness up now. He's got confidence behind him. He's scoring 1 or 2 goals. I think he just kicks on now. He just kicks on and he'll pay that money back. I think he's already paid that money. He's absolutely a quality player. The next one is I'm a bit 50-50 with the next one is Musa Sissoko.
For me, he's definitely a keep, right? And I'll explain why he's a keep. Sorry about that. I just needed to check something. But as I say, definitely without doubt a keep because he's so good at tracking back defensive. I think over Winks, I'd definitely play him. And as I say, he can drop back well. He's a very, very talented player. And without a doubt, keep for me. Keep, definitely.
To me, I put him down as keep it because we can use him as a squad player next year. I don't think next year. I think next summer's a massive summer for Spurs. I think we will spend the cash.
It's the biggest summer of our club, right? Let's be honest. Yeah. This is the biggest time in Tottenham Hotspur.
I think now
we've got massive owners. We're gaining money, as I say, and we're becoming one of the biggest clubs in the world. We really are becoming one of the biggest clubs in the world. So it's our biggest summer transfer window ever. And we need to invest. So Joe Lewis and that half of Enoch need to unzip their pockets and take out a bit of money and actually invest.
That's a comment here from John. We got on Dombele and also we can change the system. Yeah. On Dombele is what Pogba fanboys think Pogba is. Lily White Lane, can you do a fan show?
That down the line, I'm definitely thinking about doing a fan show. I'll do one. I'll do one for the Wickham review. How about that? You know, I'll bring on anyone who wants to come on, definitely.
Yeah.
But as I say, I probably won't do that tonight. I need to get out a bit more content. Simon's the right man for that. So definitely.
Yes,
But
exactly.
as you say, fan show, I'll definitely do them down the line. It's something that I'm thinking about, but just want to get a few more subscribers before I get to that point, if that makes sense.
Yes, yes. The next one, last of the midfielders is Harry Winks.
Sell. No matter how good he performs, sell for me.
Yeah, I totally agree. I've been saying this for a while now with Harry Winks. Another one you can say in the team, like a Dyer, he's got the passion for the club. He's got the love for the club, but that's not good enough for me. That's not going to win.
Yeah, definitely.
Sometimes that's not going to win you things, is it? Really,
No.
having passion things. If you ain't got the quality, if you've got the quality, that is completely different. But to me, Winks, I don't think he's got it. It's too much sideways passing. He gives the ball away too much. I think he's a bit too weak on the ball as well. I don't think he's strong enough on
definitely
on the ball. And I think he needs to start thinking about his career as well. And I think he can do with something like a loan this January transfer window. But yeah, we can't get rid of Winks and Ali because it'll leave us short in midfield there. So yeah, we'll have to but definitely sell him in the summer. Yeah, definitely. We've got to sell Harry Winks. And just lastly, going on to the forwards, we start with the lone player, Gareth Bale. Send back or we keeping?
Send back. He's simply not been as good as he was before, and I hate to admit it, but he's nowhere near the level that he was. So send back. And for Kane and Son, I might as well get it out of the way now. I mean, I don't need to explain that one. Keep and keep, no doubt about it. The two best players in the Premier League. You can't prove me wrong. Kane and Son, keep.
Yeah.
And for Bale, loan. Explain loan.
Yeah. Totally. I totally agree. I think we've got to just cut our losses and cut our excitement now with Gareth Bale. It's not happened, has it? So yeah. I'll definitely send Bale back to Real Madrid. As we got a comment here, we got the Blue Boys Network. Hello, Mike. Yes, that's from the Everton channel.
Also,
so he says, keep striving, buddy. Thank you, Mike.
I just wanted to say something as well. Blues Boys Network. I really like your content. It's fantastic, and definitely would love to have you on my channel one time down the line as well. You know, really like your content. Fantastic. What's so good about football? Fan channels for all different clubs. So yeah, really like you guys. And yeah, definitely keep supporting Simon here. Produces really good content.
Yeah, as I said, I saw Mike on John's channel, and the guy's got very good knowledge. He's very good knowledge, Mike, and he speaks good about football as well. So definitely, I'll definitely be looking to get Mike onto the channel. So big up Mike, and go over to Mike's channel, guys. It's the Blue Boys Network. Go over and subscribe and hit up Mike. We've got John here. Bale, send him back and sign Leon Bailey. Yes, we'll get on that in a minute, John. There's the Blue Boys Network again. Cheers, bud, and stay safe. Yes, to you, Mike. Thank you very much for dropping in tonight, Mike, and watching a bit of us doing our live stream. Both of us, we're both new and doing this, so we're trying to get out.
If you want to as well, Mike, me and Simon are going to be doing a stream in a bit as well. So if you've got any spare time, go ahead and tune into that as well.
Yeah. So Mike, as what Lily White said, I'm jumping on with Lily White soon. So if you want to jump onto there as well and just watch us a bit there. So thank you for your support as well, Mike. Thank you very much, John. I had them yesterday. Yes, John. Yeah, as I said, Lily White, I watched Mike on your channel, and it was brilliant. It was a brilliant content. That one, brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
You know what's something as well, coming from a Tottenham fan, one of the other clubs I respect is actually Everton. And definitely, because I went to Upton Park once and I went to watch Tottenham Everton, and the atmosphere there was absolutely fantastic. You know, I've got loads of mates who are Everton and part of my family Everton. So, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The next forward is Carlos Vinicius. What are we going to do with him? Are we going to keep, or are we going to sell, or are we going to find someone else?
I'd have to say keep him. He's one of the best backup strikers in the Premier League. I think he's fantastic. Really, really good what he does. He's a super substitution as well.
Yeah.
Bring him on. He'll run about a bit, you know. And unlike Lamella, he'll actually put the ball into the back of the net. Really, really organised. Rarely goes out of position. Positionally aware. Fantastic player. You know, I haven't got barely anything to say bad about him. We brought him in as a backup striker and he's doing what he's doing the job we wanted him to do perfectly. So, yeah, definitely keep.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely, totally agree there. I think Carlos Vinicius, he hasn't stepped up. Every time he's been called upon, he scores goals. This guy is a fantastic player. He's an absolutely fantastic talent as well. You can just tell that third goal by Marine. Okay, it's the team weren't they weren't a Premier League team, but still he had to finish that, and it was a great finish. But you can tell how much quality Carlos has got. He really is, and he's what I like about Carlos. He's a different player than Harry Kane, and that's what I like. So we can mix it up. If the game ain't going right, we can send on Carlos, and he's a physical guy as well, and he'll mix it in there, and he knows where that net is. And yes, definitely, I totally agree with you. And we'll keep hold of Carlos Vinicius, because there is talks today. There's a couple of rumours going around that we could be going in for Danny Ings, £20 million in the summer. Me personally, no. Danny Ings, yes, he's done well. But me personally, Carlos Vinicius, I'll keep him over and getting Danny Ings in. And the last two, the next one, Kim Min-Son.
Simon, you know what? I'm going to be controversial. I'm going to say, right, you're probably going to hate me for this, but I'm going to say keep, obviously.
I thought you were going to say sell there. I thought what's he going to do? I said totally agree with Son. I said he's level. He steps that level up every single season, and his stats to say it all. Absolutely, his goals, his assists. Such an important player for Tottenham. Absolutely, and over the last couple of seasons, he's since Kane when Kane's got his injury, this guy has stepped up all the time, and sometimes he's more important player. And Kane, sometimes he's such an important player for this club to Son.
Also, do you want to hear something as well? Harry Kane, right? Son, I want to stay. Don't get me wrong, but Harry Kane, please don't get frustrated with me on this, Simon. But I'm going to have to say sell him to absolutely nobody.
Wow.
Sell him to nobody.
You heard it all, guys. Comment in there, guys. Lilywhite saying sell Harry Kane. Right, go ahead.
Wait. I'm going to finish my sentence. I was going to say sell to nobody. You can have his left leg. You can have his left leg for about $6 million. But nah, you.
I thought you were saying cut your sleeve there. Yeah, I totally agree. If even if the money comes in, as fans, we won't sell him. Even £200 million, we won't sell Harry Kane. But we got to understand this: the club is a business. And if someone comes in for Kane at £200 million, you know what this board's like. They will get itchy feet and they will start negotiations. But I hope that day don't come, because Harry Kane and Heung-min Son, without these two here, I dread where we'll be this season. I'm telling you now, they're such an important two players for this team. I've said it before. You take Son and Kane out of this team we've just gone through now. Are you confident to going forward and winning trophies and finishing the top 4 this season? Not a chance. Not an absolute chance. And this is why this club needs to go and pay these big money. Go and get these down, tie them down for long, long years, and give them and pay them what they want, because they are definitely worth every single penny in this football club, I'm telling you.
Right, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to head out of here. But I'll drop you a text in a minute, sending you the link for my stream. But I want to say, if you have watched this stream, massive thanks to you. You know, you've really helped out Simon. You're helping me out as well. So, you know, thank you so much. And yeah, it's been a pleasure. Cheers.
Lily White, before you go out, Lily White, you still there?
Yeah.
Right, guys. Thank you for tuning in tonight, guys. Thank you for the comments in there. Lily White Lane has helped me out as well, and has got me confident coming through the camera, because I'm doing things like this. It's bringing me confidence now. So Lily White Lane, where can the viewers catch you on YouTube and Twitter?
So if you do want to see my YouTube channel, go subscribe to Lily White Lane. All kinds of Tottenham Hotspur content, match previews, match reviews, player ratings, the whole shebang basically. Everything on the table, on the menu. So go and drop a sub as well. On Twitter, you can at me, at Lily White Lane on Twitter. Instagram as well, Lily White Lane. I'm everywhere we go, just like the Tottenham boys. And I'm making all the bloody noise. So as I say, thank you all so much for watching this. And yeah, cheers, Simon. Come on, you
Not a problem. As said, guys, please go over to Lily White Lane. This guy is a young dude starting out his own channel, and his absolute knowledge is unbelievable, seriously. And he speaks sense. He speaks the truth. There's a couple, before I go off, there's a couple in the comments tonight. I like to big up John. Go over to John's channel. Subscribe to John. He's a good support to us. The Blue Boys Network, the Everton Mike, go over to his channel, because he does fantastic content as well. And we've got the Irish Hotspur as well, David Harris. If go over to him and smash the subscribe onto his channel. He brings some really good content as well. And also, if you like what we're doing, please just help us out, help the channel grow, guys. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like, and leave your comments in below, guys. Yes, thank you for tuning in, guys, again. And come on, you Spurs.